Welcome to HoS, Hex of Steel. We are enjoying this amazing campaign in my channel. So let's get on with it and let's continue with the task at hand. So over here, we need to organize these troops over here, including these troops over here. We need to organize them and start thinking about what we're going to do when we start pushing into the center of the Iberian Peninsula. Now, I want to talk about something that we talked first in the previous videos. I think it was at the beginning. We talked about the diplomacy and we talked about the alliance with Portugal. Portugal right now is neutral, but if we want to ally with them or invite them to our faction, we would need 12,000, as it says, 12,000 funds. Now, we didn't have enough. We have 5,000, and we were doing a little bit of expenditure in the last turn. We bought a couple of bombers. These are our 2 squadrons of bombers that we bought before in our previous chapter. The reason we bought this is because we want to bombard Menorca and we need to get rid of the unit that is not allowing our troops to take that island. Now, to take this island is not a big of a deal because we can see that the borders in this flag are black. This means that this is a standard victory point. But I don't like the fact that they have units here. I would be more relaxed if this thing is now in our control. So, how are we going to organize things here? Well, first, we need to see the terrain here. We see that we have a bridge here. So it's going to be handy now to take our marker here. I'm going to take this color, perhaps purple, and we're going to mark the actual bridges that we can use to get into here. So we have this bridge over here. This bridge allows us to move over here in this area. This area is everything that starts from here where it says La Frontera, and then we go to Utrera, Sevilla, up to this factory. If we move our troops here, then we're going to be able to push to the east. However, things are going to get a little bit more complicated up in here because there's no way we can go and pass to Ephesia through here because there's a lot of rivers here. That's actually if I'm not mistaken, this is the Guadalquivir. So we have the Guadalquivir here, but we need to get troops as well into Cordoba because there are more areas here that we need to deal with. So I'm going to separate these units over here. I'm going to show you these units over here, and I'm going to separate these units over here. With these 2 units, we're going to do 2 armies. This army over here, the army number 1, and this is the army number 2. The army number 1 is going to be in charge of moving to this area and is going to be in charge of getting ourselves into these 2 villages, pushing here. And with the second army, we're going to push in here. You have to note that there's a lot to take into account here. So I'm going to erase this. And I'm going to erase this because it's irrelevant at this point. So now we know that we can get our troops to Cordoba because there's another bridge here that we can use, and is this one. So we have this other bridge over here and this bridge over here. Now, with these troops, I need engineers to be able to cross this river, right? We have this river, which is this one here. So we will need some engineers to be placed in here, and I'm going to mark those areas. The first area that I want to place an engineer is here. I'm going to do just one line that is going to mark where I want to place the engineers. 2 lines means a bridge, and that is for our own understanding. So this means that we have two engineers. I believe we have one here and one here. But it's going to be better if we recruit more engineers, because I remember that there's a big problem here in terms of moving troops over here. We're bringing our engineers over here. We already know this. But we have right now the ability to recruit more engineers with the manpower that we are receiving here. And we have a lot of towns here in which we can do that. So let's go to the store, and we're going to recruit. Now 17,000 means that we can recruit 1 engineer. And this, now look at this, this is equipped with flamethrower. If I am to go here and get, for example, mountaineers can move through mountains, and motorized means that they're going to be faster. So I'm going to get this one and mountaineers, why not? And this is going to cost us a lot. So we're going to get these engineers. And the other thing that I want to get, we have 2,000. So for that, we can get a couple of these, I think. This is not going to be bad. We have the Vickers here, or the 1913, this one here. I think this is going to be better, so we can recruit 2 of these. We're going to bring this with horses. I'm going to place actually, if instead of horses, if we do this, well, this is going to go to the sky. The fact that we're doing this motorized, so these guys are going to be horse tout and veterancy, and we're going to be able to get 2 of these. Now this is going to cost us 960, which again is taking a lot of money, but we need to do that. So we have a lot of units here. These guys, this artillery, these guys are going to be useful when we start bombarding in this area in the north. Okay, so now that we have that, we can continue here, and understanding that the first thing we have to do is to move our engineers. So let's move them here. I'm going to bring, now we see that there's a road here, right? So that is going to be the fastest way for us to get over here. So I'm going to spread these guys. Let me see. To move this guy here. This guy down here. This guy is okay here. Or perhaps to move here is going to be better. We're going to bring this one down here. This one here. These guys are going to move over here. Great, and we can move our engineer through this road, reach Don Benito, and then bring him here. The other engineer, which is the 1st Light Infantry Division, no, it's not this one. Where's the other one? This is the other one. This engineer, I want him to be as well here. So I'm going to bring him up in here. So he's going to be able to move north. Now I need to draw this because I'm going to forget if I don't do it. So let's take this. This guy is going to go here, then here, and he's going to move over here. Right. And then this one is going to move here and then down here to here. Very good. So that is concerning the 2nd Army over here and the engineers. Down here we don't need engineers because we have this bridge. And once we cross this bridge, we have free access to all of these 2 areas. Okay, so let's move. Let's bring this guy down here. Let's move this one here. We're going to start moving down here, but the way we're going to move is through these roads. If you move through roads, then you move quickly. So let's see. Let's bring these guys here. Let's bring these guys over here. We're going to move slowly here, as you can see. And this guy, I'll bring him here. Okay. What else? We need this one here. And I think we finished here. You can see that these guys are blinking. This means that we need to move them. Let's bring this guy down. Let's bring this guy here. Okay, so we start our mobilization over here. Great. When we reach these areas, we're going to start planning our attack. But the attack will be just after we get Santander. Now, in the center, we know that there is a little bit of a problem with these units here. These units are bombarding. In the last few weeks, they have been attacking us from the north of Madrid, and we are here pinned down on the mountains. We don't want to push here because this is the last stand. To be honest, this is going to be the last stand. So let's see, let's take these guys here and start pushing them over here. We want... it's going to be okay if I move these guys. These guys are going to move very slowly. And it's going to be okay if I move this guy through here and put this on the mountains. If it's possible. I'm not sure if I can put these guys on the mountains. This thing here is anti-air as well. 2 anti-air battalions. They move very slowly. Very sad, the fact that they move very slowly. Now that I think these guys over here, the artillery battalion that we are waiting, we're going to spawn them here in Segovia. So then we're going to be able to reinforce the mountains here. Why not? So the mountains are going to be reinforced with artillery, which is going to be awesome for us. So, okay, let's see what we're going to do here. I can shoot at this one. Why not? It's going to be a good shoot. And clearly I can bring this back. I can bring this guy here as well and attack. But these guys, as you can see, they are here in this fortification. They are entrenched. So it's not because they are entrenched, I cannot shoot with my artillery, because the entrenchment of these units plus the fortification bonuses of defense, the modifier of the actual tile, is basically protecting these units. But I can attack the first light artillery battalion. So let me go and what is this? 4 XP. They are good in morale. We don't have a problem with that. And that's the indication that they are towed by horses. Now let me check if these guys over here are towed by horses. Now, actually the ones that I wanted to know was these guys here. Now, these guys don't have the symbol of the horses, so this means that these guys are not towed by horses. Good to know. So I'm going to shoot at this one. Let me go, and we can see that there's a bridge here. We can sneak troops over here. I'm going to mark this bridge. I don't want to forget that there's a bridge here. Okay, and now this guy could shoot at this guy over here, so I'm going to move this guy here. Before doing, no, I'm going to move it here. Good. So now I still have this heavy infantry division and this light infantry, 24th and 17th. They are very good, in good shape. They can come in here and attack, but I'm not going to do that, because if I move this guy here, for example, in this tile south of Segovia, I can attack this one. There's no doubt, but then the problem is these 2 units that are here fortified south in these mountains. So I would stay here. Why not? I'm not going to move these guys. These guys are going to be right now slip. So they're going to slip. And I'm going to shoot at this guy. And that's great, because now I can attack with my... Actually, this guy... sadly, this guy has just a range of 1. I'm not sure if this guy is going to attack like stronger, to give a stronger bombardment. If I decide to bombard with the actual anti-tank, no, I don't think. This guy makes 55 against heavy armor, and this guy makes 10. So I think it's going to be better. Why not? So I'm going to... Let me see. I'm going to move this guy here. This guy down here and attack with this now. It's not doing the same damage that I thought. But at least he retreated. That's a good sign. Now, to be honest, I can wake up this unit, move here, and attack. That's amazing. That's pretty good. And now, this guy is very weak, and I can destroy it. Can destroy it. Wait a second. I'm pretty sure I can destroy it. So, I think we... very interesting. Let's pull back here. Okay, this guy stays here. No, I cannot. Perhaps, yeah. There you go. Okay, now I can bring this guy down here. And this guy's here. Very good. At least we get rid of that unit. I'm pretty sure they are going to continue sending units from here. Okay, but I'm very happy with the results over there. Now let's take our Breda here and let's move to Burgos. Actually, we can move 5. 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we are going to move here. And now we get that unit over there. That's awesome. And now, okay, let's bring this guy here. Now we continue here. Now let's bombard this guy here. Excellent. Now let's remember that the next turn we're going to be able to recruit our special engineer here that I'm going to place over here, because I don't remember if it's here or here. Let's see, the engineer, I'm going to place it over here. It would be good if I place him here in. Now it's going to be very interesting to note and to know what happens if I place the engineer here, because there's just one tile in between this guy, I mean this village, and this river. So if I place the engineer here, I will be very, very interested in knowing if I'm going to be able to use that engineer as a bridge, or I don't know, perhaps to place a mine here, because I already have one mine. Who knows? Or I can use the engineer here, which I believe is going to be a better option. So I'm going to use the engineer over here. So let me mark that here. I'm going to place the engineer, and possibly here. To make that possibility, I'm going to draw this E in red. So I need to think about what we're going to do here. Okay, they destroyed one unit that was here. This is the 36th Heavy Infantry Division was destroyed over here. So this is a bad place, and these guys were the responsible of doing that, I believe. So I can shoot at this one. There's no doubt. We are good morale. This guy's not. So I can bombard from here and here. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't like this one. Let's remember that it was this one here. But I will attack this one. So let's bombard here. That's good. And perhaps I can do the same with this. Let me... Let me do this. We're still bombarding this area. And then I'm going to move this here. I don't want to have this guy near. And then I can push this back. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to move this one. This guy can shoot. I don't know how much. I need to erase this, or at least to move this. I'm going to move this one here. Okay, so now I'm in a bad situation. And I cannot undo the movement. Okay. I think we're going to push in here. Why not? This guy stays here. And then we have open for the movement of our Breda here. And that's it for now, I think. We can still move this guy here and push this guy here. The Look at this guy. This is huge. Okay. So let me move the troops here, and then we're going to leave this chapter in here, and then we're going to move over here in the next chapter. So let's go and figure out what we're going to do here. Let me see. So here I can shoot at this, which is going to be awesome. Still, I can do this. I'm gonna shoot at this one here. And this one, we're going to do damage over here. Let's see. There you go. And then this guy is very weak, so I don't think he's going to leave this area. So we're getting into a good position over here. Okay. So now this guy, I can clearly move this guy here, but here is going to be good in the mountain here. Okay, and finally I need to decide this just before ending the turn, so I'm going to actually, it's going to stay there. I'm gonna move back. So this artillery is in the adjacent hex, so he can support me. So hopefully you're enjoying this as much as I do. This was Victus. See you in the next one.